Hello to all you people out in California. Now, we hear all the news reports, we watch all the TV shows, we know how crazy things are getting out there, particularly politically. The taxes are absolutely sky high. Some of the politics are totally crazy. And, I was looking the other day at this mayoral race in LA, and they're still saying that Mayor Bass is in the lead. How this is possible, who knows? And money is flying out of California, going to Florida primarily, Texas, other states. I mean, you have the highest tax rates. A lot of other social situations may not be to your liking. And now they're even talking about taxing on unrealized capital gains. A lot of you have big stock portfolios that have done extremely well. And now you're going to tell me they're going to be taxed because you bought something at $50, which is now at $200, so you're going to pay as if you had a $150 per share gain on a stock? You got to be kidding me, but that's what they're talking about doing. They're never going to talk about improving things, so he's going to talk about ways to fund the inefficiencies that not only exist, but expand. Now, a lot of people are moving to Florida, and for good reason. We have a great governor, great people, fantastic place to live. I came down here from the Washington, D.C. area, used to live in New York. I have a very good idea what's going on up there and why people would want to leave. And it took me a long time to study the various places. And the Emerald Coast, which is the southern Gulf Coast, has the best beaches in the country. Do not take my word for it. Conde Nast Magazine just said Pensacola Beach is the best beaches in the world for 2026, which, of course, sending more and more tourists here, which is good for business, a little bit crowded, but still is good. This is a one-way market down here. People are coming in. They're not leaving. Compared to the peninsular part of Florida and Miami, Naples, Tampa, name it, the prices here are way lower. So if you think going to Alice Beach, which was like living in a higher-end Santorini, Greece, or Rosemary Beach, or the Seacrest, some of the fantastic places there, move it over towards Pensacola Beach, Navarre Beach, a very big sleeper, by the way. If you're an investor, you need to talk to me about that. And Destin, some of the other places, the prices are going to go way up. You can't build any more beachfront property. Most of the lots are taken. Lot prices in the last 5 years have more than doubled. If you can find one, you're going to be lucky. You got to get building permits and all of that. But what's here is here. And you could say, how's the market? And we're moving in a certain direction and certain subdivisions and the like. But on the waterfront, which is my specialty, and I strongly encourage you to look at the website, it's posted on the screen. Get a specialist. I spent 5 years studying the coastline, going to the various places before I decided to move to Pensacola Beach, and I'm glad I did. You may decide Orange Beach, Alabama is better. You may decide Rosemary Beach or Alice Beach is better. But I guarantee you, these places are all in hot demand for a reason. There's not the craziness on the tax situation. The people are great. There's a lot to do, and it just doesn't get any better than this. And compared to other coastal havens around the country, and I'm talking East Coast, around the western side of the peninsula of Florida, I'm talking Pacific coastlines, it's still way more inexpensive than those places, but it will not continue to be. For everybody who wants to leave here, there's 20 people who want to move in. That's going to continue. Give me a call. I am highly specialized in this. I don't do subdivisions and condos in the suburbs and all of that type of thing. I'm completely focused on beachfront and beach-related properties, high-end real estate, working with one or two people at a time. If I make the analogy of the doctor all the time, if you want a heart surgeon, you don't go to a podiatrist. You don't go to a general practitioner. You go to a heart surgeon, the best you can find. When you want cardiology, and your cardiologist will never give you advice on what to do or something else. You go to a lawyer. You don't go to a divorce lawyer if you have a product liability case. If you have a product liability case, If you have a divorce, you can go to product liability or vice versa. Of course, you go to the specialist in that particular range who is going to stay in their lane and not try to be all things to all people and think, well, I'll do that by hiring more team members and we'll spread out all over the place and I'll represent my success by the amount of volume I do. You see that all the time. Don't be hoodwinked, man. That's nothing but a bamboozle when people tell you that. You know, I'm retired. I love being here, but I also love working. I love working with people. And I love working on a high-end waterfront. I live here myself. It's where I chose to live. As a buyer, I can tell you why I chose to live here. Read it on my website. I can tell you what my impression would be of living in some of these other areas as a person who's coming from the outside, looking in and seeing, here's what this would have to offer and that have to offer. When we focus on it and figure out exactly where you want to live, we'll find you a home. Even if it's not listed, we will dig it out. We will approach people who every day are thinking about selling their house, and we'll find somebody who has that one that fits your needs. That's how I work it. I would love to talk to you about this. My name's Ray Weedell, and the information's on the screen. Strongly anticipate. Check my website out, please. Give me a call, and have an absolutely great day. Summer's here. Pensacola Beach is really just spectacular, and we're looking forward to big 4th of July celebration and the like. No place better than here. We'll talk to you later. Thank you.